What's up, everybody? What's up? Anybody out here ever been to a strip club before? Yeah. See, I feel like basically what you wear determines what kind of night you're gonna have at a strip club. See, I went to my first strip club a couple of years ago, me and one of my good friends, and we went in there the first night. We wore polos and some shorts. So we had a couple of strippers coming on stage, just chilling with us, and they weren't really too pushy. They were just thinking we'd throw a little bit of money, but they weren't expecting too much. So the next night, we both fucked up because we came from the club, so we had on button-ups and jeans. Man, I knew this shit was about to get crazy. Because first of all, I saw the girl from across the way. My boy pointed out, and he was like, "You can check her out." I was like, "Okay, yeah, she's bad." But so she got up there and stripped, and I made the mistake of throwing a little bit too much money because I had my fives and ones really close together, and I accidentally dropped a couple fives instead of ones, and I couldn't take it back because I was like, "Bitch." So I just left them up there. So she took that as a hint to come over. So when she came on stage, she came over. She was like, "Hey, how you doing?" I was like, "I'm good." So we did a little intro. She found out who I was. I found out who she was. But all of a sudden, shit just kind of got crazy because she went from saying what her name was to grabbing my dick all of a sudden. So I was like, "Hold on." I was like, okay, I mean, this feels good, but I mean, I'm not about to pay for this shit. But I'm a nice guy, so I wasn't gonna tell her that flat out. So we're still there talking, and she's sitting there rubbing my dick, and she's like, it must be something about $300 because the guy up here earlier said $300. She said she get a blowjob. Well, she went a little bit further. She was like, for $300, you can come in the back and get anything you want. And I didn't really want anything, so I was just looking at her. I was like, okay, that's fine. But I wasn't gonna be an asshole to her first of all. So I was like, I'm kind of just visiting. We still got another day. I got to do a little bit of shopping, and I gotta gas up and go home. And she's like, okay, well, I can do 30 minutes for $150. So first of all, when you give somebody a counter offer, you're supposed to make a little bit of a deal. So I'm a little bit of a mathematician, so I put two and two together. She cut the time in half, and she cut the price in half. I was like, bitch, that's not a fucking deal. You're trying to entice me by giving me the exact same thing? So I was like, okay. But I'm still being nice. I was like, nah, that's a nice offer, but I'm just trying to chill and have a good time with my homeboy. And she was like, well, she just kept being pushy and pushy, so I was like, no, I can't take this anymore. So finally, I was gonna be an asshole. I was like, what do I have to do to get you away from my fucking table? And she was like, well, we could go in the back and get a lap dance for $30. See, my homeboy, the same homeboy who was with me, he told me a long time ago, he was like, you don't pay a hoe to fuck you, you pay a hoe to leave. So this was me basically paying her to leave, because I wasn't gonna get anything out of it, I just wanted her ass gone. So I was like, okay, that's cool. So I looked at my homeboy, I was like, do you want a lap dance? And he looked at me and he had the face because he knew that shit was gonna go bad because I experienced lap dance. Y'all hear about that a little bit. When I was like, you want a lap dance? She was like, I was like, you sure, man? I was like, it's free. I mean, I don't want it. You can have it. He's like, you can have it. I just sit out here and sip. So I was like, okay. So we got up and walked to the back. Now, first of all, this shit didn't seem kosher because everybody else was getting lap dances in the back for $20. So I was like, that's $10 extra. I don't want the extra shit. But I paid it anyways because she was gonna leave the fucking table. So we got back there, she sat down on me, and the first thing she did, she took off her bra so she had her titties out. And she took her titty and she tried to put it in my face. And you know how when you were younger and your mom was trying to give you like bullshit peas and corn and you just close your mouth and like pull your head away? That's what I was doing all the time. So she was sitting there trying to chase me. I don't want that milk. But she kept being pushier and pushier, and then she took it a little bit further because she was trying to get me to pay that $300 to have sex with her. See, first of all, I was sitting there while she was doing it, she's like, oh, that $300 is looking good now, isn't it? I was like, no, not really. I was like, look at my face. She's like, what? I was like, I look good, I got game, I don't pay for shit like that. And she's like, but everybody does it once in a while. I was like, whatever. But she kept going, so then the panties came off, and this one I was a little bit worried because I was wearing my favorite jeans, and she was getting into it, so juices were flowing a little bit. So I was trying to keep my favorite jeans clean at the same time. So I was kind of moving side to side, and she like trying to dry out my leg, and I'd like pop it back and slide to the side a little bit. But she was trying to get it. She was trying to make that $300. So finally, she grabbed my hand because she was doing a lot of shit, so I was trying to avoid it. I felt like I was getting a lap dance from a fucking octopus. And she grabbed my hand and she started putting it towards her pussy. And I was like, you know how when you fuck up in the store and you know your mom's about to beat your ass, she grabs your hand, start dragging you, and you stand there and you're like, and you're trying to hold this place? That's what I was trying to do. But she kept rocking back and forth like this. And she finally got my hand to it, I'm like, shit. But it was so fucked up. But she thought she was killing it. I just wanted to get out so fucking bad. I wish I had just let her go back to the room by herself and not done anything at all. But so I continued, went through the lap dance. Finally she got finished and she dropped down to her knees. But the whole time during the lap dance, she was giving me like a mini hand job through my pants. Like she was rubbing my dick with one hand and lap dancing. So of course my dick would get hard. So finally she dropped down to her knees and she put her mouth on her dick. And like, I watched porn before and I seen people's dicks get hummed on, and I was always like, oh shit, that might actually feel good if it happened to me one day. But I was like, that's not gonna happen. You don't have no freaks like that in real life. But she actually hummed on my dick through my pants. So naturally, she left a spit stain on my fucking pants. So not only am I mad about the shit that she was doing before, I'm mad that she left a big ass fucking spit stain right there looking like I nutted on myself. So I looked at her, I was like, what the fuck are we gonna do about this? She was like, well, $300. I said, shut the fuck up. And I just had to go, and I had my button up, so I walked out like this. You know, you gotta hunch your back a little bit and drag your shirt down, so I walked out like this. So everybody just assumed I nutted on myself. I couldn't really protect myself anyways, but at least they didn't see the stain to know that. Man, this bitch had me feeling so fucking dirty. I had to take 2 showers when I got home. Cold one to calm my ass down, hot one to kill the fucking germs. Thank you, y'all have been great. I enjoyed y'all.
Emilio right there, let him know, let him know. Wow, good education, yeah. I don't go to the strip clubs at all. No, I'm serious, I don't, because I'm horrified I would walk in and there would be a student of mine there and I'd be, oh shit.